What's up, everybody? Let's go over the December 11th patch notes for Borderlands 4. Haven't read these yet, so this is all news to me too. So let's see what we got. They added in Bloom Reaper the Invincible. Actually fought him earlier today. He's actually not like a invincible boss in the past where it's gonna take like 5-10 minutes to kill. You can probably kill him. My first try, I killed him in under 90 seconds. My second try, even on Ultimate Vault Hunter 6, same thing. He's like a repeatable invincible boss. However, on both Ultimate Vault Hunter 5, I think I got like 3 legendaries from the chest, and then on Ultimate Vault Hunter 6, I got like 4, and then I got 1 drop. So I don't know. I didn't test a whole lot of killing him a whole bunch of times, but the few times that I did kill him, I was getting at least 2 or 3 legendaries between the chest and killing him. So I guess he's like more of a fast invincible loot drop, considering he's one of the free ones. Improvements across gameplay, summons, gear, visuals, the normal stuff. Performance, haven't really seen a massive improvement in performance, gear, and improve the split screen menu usability. Did test that out today, actually. Didn't even know it was a thing. I think someone might have told me about it. I have both my accounts on my PS5. I invited my second character into who I've never played Borderlands 5 on. I played like an hour or 2 with them on my Ultimate Vault Hunter 6. Got him to like level 15, 16. Like, you don't even have his action skill ability equipped yet, because I think you got to beat the first or second story mission to actually get that. But he's already got like 10, 15 skill points. But I was going in equipping the gear that was dropping on the ground for him. It was actually going pretty good. It wasn't really too laggy. Considering it was split screen and they were cutting the screen top to bottom, it was actually not really too hard to use, really. So I don't know how it was before the update, but I know now it's actually not. It's actually pretty decent. It's not as good as like Borderlands 1 and 2, because those games were really made for it, and this game is using the Unreal Engine. So even going solo into your options is a little laggy. But for a split screen, it's actually using 2 accounts and the second account getting trophies and stuff, because it's trying to connect all of that stuff. Is actually not bad. Bloom Reaper, the Invincible. Posted a video earlier that showed the location of how to get the mission. Not a lot of people, if anyone, has really shown how to get it. They just showed them killing him, and they showed builds. So I showed a little 2-minute video about how to actually get the quest, where to find it, and then, I was supposed to add some images at the end of the video, but I think I forgot, so I might have to go back and edit that video to add the showed the chest drops that I got, where one had like 3 and one had like 4 legendaries. So they added 9 new legendaries, 5 new pieces of gear, new class mod. The new it's like a new specialization or something they added in the game that actually looks pretty cool. They're supposed to be adding like 5 to 10 new legendaries every, I think, battle pack and every DLC, and they're supposed to add pearlescence. I'm honestly kind of hoping we get some old school Borderlands 2 and 3 legendaries, because these legendaries in this game. Like, I keep getting the XXL Affinity Sniper, and then I keep getting like the same legendary SMG. I keep getting the same legendary assault rifle. It's like there's supposed to be so many different legendaries, but you just keep getting the same things over and over again, and they're not even the ones you're looking for. And I'm going around killing every enemy in the game, every boss. I'm trying to get platinum. I'm at like 82% of trophies. Some of the last stuff I have left to do is do all the side missions, um, and then do a couple miscellaneous things. And I'm just getting like the same stuff over and over again. So hopefully, with them adding 9 new legendaries, 5 to 10, I think every single battle pass and DLC plus Prayer Lessons, maybe then we'll actually get some legendaries that are actually really good. Some tips for the raid. Uh, you haven't played it yet. He's gonna summon crystals on the ground. You gotta break down. Then he's gonna summon some like floating crystals. He's gonna break down. Then he's gonna summon these like spike things on the ground, and he's gonna jump off to another cliff. Um, you're gonna get spiked and get slowed, and then he's gonna summon enemies up there. But then that's when you can actually damage him. Is like when he jumps down, because when he's up top with you, he won't be damageable. Stuff like that. So, alright, let's see. Add a new area of the bloom, added the invincible, added new legendary gear to the loot pool, Rainmaker, guarantee drop from the platinum tier and the ultimate wall hunter. That's actually really good. From what I've seen, it looks pretty good. The mantra, the undershield, the urchin, the jet setter, the misericord, the overdriver, the trooper, and the lamplighter. True mode. Devs wanted to bring a greater challenge to players. Spend time to protect the mightiest bibs. Calls all enemies as we were playing a 4-player party, regardless of your current party size. That means we'll be able to take down opponents. Take down or more numerous. That part is true. I did see more numerous enemies. Did see more badass enemies. Did see more crystallized enemies. True mode is found in the session menu. Near ult support, it's going to show your ultimate Vault Hunter ranks. Scaled up to the party of 4, no matter how many players. So when I was saying earlier that I brought in a character from another account who was just brand new level 1, I think the true mode's bugged because when I brought in a level 1 character, he seemed to be getting less XP because I was switching back and forth going through testing. He seemed to get less XP when true mode was on than when true mode was off. I ran him through the first. I ran him through the three vaults. I ran him through some missions. I ran him through some bounties, and I ran him around the world, different areas. Yeah, it pretty consistently seemed like he was getting less XP, sometimes even about half XP in true mode. It's like the difficulty was higher in terms of killing them, but his character was actually getting less XP. However, my character, because I had beat the story and I had specialization unlocked, it did look like I was getting more specialization XP with True Mode on and Ultimate Vault Hunter 6 than regular XP. So it looks like it helps you get more specialization points, but it seems like you actually get less experience in case you haven't beat the game. You haven't reached level 50 yet. So that might actually be a little bit bugged. One of the vaults, I believe it's the second uh, vault boss, is actually bugged right now for true mode. I beat him on Ultimate Vault Hunter 6 in true mode. In normal mode, he gave like I think my level like 10 character like 1056, 1058 XP. Did it like 2, 3 times, kept getting consistent results. Put it on true mode, he got like 52 XP or something. It counted him as like some normal little like skag or something. So that's actually bugged right now. Ultimate Vault Hunter 6, Skillcraft. That's the firmware that we added. That's actually pretty good. Skill damage 10%, skill critical damage 10%, dealing skill damage increases skill damage by 2% more for 10 seconds, max 25 stacks. That was like something for my build that I might actually do. Alright, change notes. The not so immortal bone face is no longer immortal due to unintended regeneration boost by the old scrape. Awesome. There have been several immortal enemies that I've ran into the game since the last update. Just running around the world with my wife, and we ran into a couple enemies that were immortal. You could not kill them. I guess this was probably something similar to that. Improved mission flow. So kill order captures continues instead of failing to regress if enemies did not appear. That's good. Bandit bounties now appear correctly in the Bay District. Awesome. Lost loot now keeps SDU upgrades. Just save load. Nice. Buying items and vending machines is now reliable. Okay. Bank upgrade SDUs are no longer reset after opening a vending machine. Didn't even know that was a thing, but that should never have been a thing. Mimicron fight no longer continues running after a player fast travels out of the area during multiplayer. Alright. X Maul now attacks players normally when fighting the big Encore machine. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna scroll down here for some of y'all that's reading. I don't need to read all of these. But let's read the Vault Card one. The Vault Card Challenge. Kill enemies with flat off guns and gear. Now counts kills from Midnight's Defiance. Additional projectiles. Nice. That's going to come in handy. Daily and weekly Vault Card Challenges now refresh properly when they expire. Good. Ooh, Phosphine. Something Phosphine. Remove Phosphine challenges from legendaries that were not meant to have them. Sweet Embrace Cold Soldier. Cold Shoulder. The search for hints and objectives in no escape room now completes correctly, even if hints were found earlier. Alright, improved Digistruct tunnel transitions so players don't get stuck after dashing in the portals. That's nice. Updated echolocation guidance in several missions so that a path appears consistently and points the player in the right direction. Holy crap. This game needs that. There are so many missions to where literally this stops working. Right here. And then if you're in co-op, and if you're the person that's not in the front, a lot of times this right here stops updating. Like there will be times I'll be in front of my wife and my wife will be in front of me. This will stop working. Alright. We are aware of report issue causing Vault Card progress to be lost in multiplayer. We're currently tracking Level 5 Borderlands support website issue tracker. That's not good. Okay, reduce how far the repulsor augment can launch enemies as it causes mission blockers. Okay. Vehicle rockets and missiles no longer launch enemies long distance. Oh, come on, man. That was fun. Updated Vladoff Legendary Midnight Client Sniper Rifle with Jacob's License Part. Be more reliable. Ricochet projectiles and critical hits. Level 3 bullets to spare 4 more now. Directly works with COV magazines. Uh, let's see. Something. Torque sticky projectiles now explode after auto reloading the Torque TDR Legendary Anarchy Shotgun when transitioning between areas. Okay. Let's see. Nova damage has been adjusted to increase as intended from stacks of resolve from the Order Legendary Shield Cinder Shell. Prevented the Legendary Shield Super Soldier from regenerating heavy ordnance charges with the Power Play passive. Okay. Elemental attribute details on gear cards now display as intended when comparing gear of the same element. Okay. Updated Ripper Legendary Hellfire SMG to correctly applies intended damage increases. Fall Hunters. Okay. That's disappointing. Okay. Prevented an exploit that unlocked Vault Hunter skills earlier than intended. Yeah. So, how I invited my level 1 character to another game with different accounts. Yeah, he doesn't actually. My Rafa that I invited does not have his Peacebreaker cannons because he has not played the first main mission yet. So I guess that's what that means. New characters no longer inherit STU points from previous characters. People have been complaining about this. So they decide to make this worse. That's a head scratcher, ladies and gentlemen. You got people saying to do this, and they're like, no, we're not going to do that. We think that's bad. So we're going to make it worse. Okay. Whatever. Like, I'm not sure. Like, bro, y'all lost 97% of y'all's player base, and you're doing things that's literally pissing your player base off. I'm sorry for the cussing. I'm trying to do better with that. But come on now. Y'all are literally just doing things that are aggravating your player base to where they don't want to create more than one character. Which means if they're not playing more than one character, they're only playing that one, they get bored, they leave. Which, like, you just released an Invincible boss, and you just did the first of. Granted, it was the first paid DLC, but because it didn't have as much content, it became free. Like, but originally that was supposed to be a paid content. So technically, you released too many paid contents this month, and barely any of your player bases came back. So you're doing things to upset these people? Come on, Gearbox. Y'all gotta do better. Amon and Rafa's elemental stats now show correct values when skipping the prologue. Shield Boy from the Cheater Legendary Principle has been updated to allow Rafa's Focus Lance skill and Vex Incarnate skill to fire through normally. Trouble Reaper and Force. Trouble now has a blink melee attack that will occur every 12 seconds too far from the target, causing them to immediately teleport and attack. Okay, this should make Trouble much more responsive in the heat of combat. Trouble Reapers and Forge weapons have also increased damage rates to make them reliably damaging. Okay. Anyway, here we go. Tempered Fire deals 20% more damage, Tempered Ice deals 23% more damage, and Tempered Lightning deals 13% more damage. Harlow updated Harlow's potential transference capstone to allow Prep kit to trigger as intended in second win. It's earned in multiplayer sessions. Updated per my last to prevent it from unintentionally behaving as an overdrive skill. Okay. The dataless legendary rogue Ludi Mad Lad SMG now interact properly with the Exo Soldier action skill of Poker's Lance. Previously, the weapon could stop consuming ammo and firing despite the firing animation. Interesting. Trouble. Really? Vex is getting buffed. Trouble's ranged attacks now benefit from melee damage. Blink Strike deals 14% more damage. Violent Outburst deals 11% more damage. And Hex's Nexus deals 14% more damage. So the best character in the game is getting buffed. Not gonna lie. Consider we're supposed to get on a first paid DLC, what in like January or something. I'm surprised we're not seeing a Vex nerf because once they start increasing the level cap, because I think the level caps are probably gonna come with the two paid DLCs where we get the new Vault Hunters. It'll probably be like previous games, probably go up to 61, they'll probably go up to 72. Vex is a problem at 50. At 61, she's going to have two more maxed out stats of 5 out of 5, and then she's going to have just one more 1-1. So she's going to be able to like basically go down another little section of a tree. Yeah, she's going to become overpowered. And then at 72, so let's say they just spec'd into one tree for her, and she just went down. Let's say, for example, the red tree, and she went down, the middle, and then at 72, she then could, if she wanted to, go 5 and 5 on the left and right of that red tree, and then put the 1 at both of the bottom of her other trees. Like, I'm honestly surprised she's not going to see some kind of nerf because, man, once the level cap becomes like 72, and consider how much money this game costs to make, wouldn't surprise me if we see a second season pass like we did in the first game, but possibly maybe 2 more DLCs that maybe just increase the level cap, maybe 4 to 6 levels per one. So, man, what if the level cap ends up being like 82, 84, 85? Dude, you could go down basically the red and green tree, red and blue, blue and green. Like, Vex would basically be unkillable at that point. You wouldn't even need an invincible buff. You could just call her Vex the Invincible at that point. Like, they would have to make, at that point, Ultimate Vault Hunter 10, and then they would have to make it like Terramorphous or something. They would have to come in to where it slaps, it ignores shields, it goes straight for damage. Like I think Harlow, Amon, and Rafa, if they got to level, let's say they stopped at 80, like a blank 80. Those characters would all be OP, like overpowered, could kill pretty much anything. But I think you'd still have fun. If Vex was like 80 to 85, bro, you're talking about going down like 2 full skill trees. Or like completely maxing out a skill tree, and I think still having points to go down another, like the first part of another tree. Like, she would wreck this game. And considering how shoddy the shift servers are, I'm not sure they could handle a bunch of Vexes at like level 85. Me and my wife get disconnected and we're in the same house. Split screen improvements, UI elements, including echo log reliability. Okay, enhanced vault card usability. Now persist after closing the game. go to settings for reconnecting online play, and travel countdown notifications now show consistently. That is true. That did work pretty consistently. Um, Reduce cases where the screen shorts before cinematics begin. Automatic fog no longer appears after playing. Let's see, Mercenary Day updates where Luke could get stuck, including Banwell Song and Final Web and How Rush Through Mercenary Day. Data multiple locations where collision clicking out of bounds path will occur. Two non-functioning echo logs no longer appear after completing the weird day way home. Ensure doors in How Rush Save Mercenary Day with correct green lights while unlocked. Vault card tickets now reversed properly after first purchase. Updated various audio behaviors and updated how combat music reevaluate scope. Okay. Item mobile value. Now hours. Improve stability. Added tooltips and new skills. Lock shift rewards and hidden customizations. Improve weapon roll speed, hold sensitivity. Improve ball cards. Improve ball card visual consistency. Reduce the reported rare black screen. Improve frame rate and use of torque shotguns. Let's see. There's a hint to where Maurice's black market vending machine is. Where vending machines are different from other players, so ask around and so on. That's the item you're looking for. Alright, and that's pretty much it. I went through most of it. I'll see if I can post a link and if YouTube allows it. You know, I'm still new to this YouTube thing. Hopefully, they should allow it though. Tell me what you think of my little Blu-ray stand behind me that I built. I got like, I think I got like 500 something Blu-rays up there. It's like my little Blu-ray cabinet that I built. Pretty nice though. Well, anyway, appreciate y'all for watching to the end if you did. Like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry I haven't uploaded in like the last 2 weeks. YouTube and Google they thought it was a bot where I was creating bots. So I've had to appeal that. So I haven't been able to create anything or post anything. I got that taken care of now, finally. So hopefully that doesn't become a problem anymore. But yeah, y'all have a good night and appreciate you watching.